Okay, let's dive into this commentary that mashes up policy, culture, and some pretty intense global conflict.
The discussion kicks off with a really bold claim from the U.S. Attorney for D.C.
So first up, we're going to look at the administration's impact on stuff happening at home.
A central point here is this idea that the nation's capital is way safer now. They're pointing to a huge drop in the murder rate, down 68% from last year.
And look, it's not just murders. Other major crimes are way down too.
They're saying this success is all down to 3 specific policies.
Okay, now the conversation pivots to a pretty big fight involving the Fed. And right at the center of it is this block, which the U.S. Attorney says is just flat out illegal.
So you've got 2 totally different takes on whether this whole thing is even legal.
One critic is basically saying this is a serious abuse of power and a bad sign.
All right, let's switch gears. We're moving from policy to culture and what's happening globally.
The Oscars get called out here as a prime example of so-called virtue signaling.
This land acknowledgement is used to make fun of what they see as empty Hollywood gestures. This then raises a bigger question. Is the media coverage of world events actually balanced?
One claim is that AI showed CNN covered Iran way more than an attack in New York City.
And speaking of Iran, the conversation really zooms in on the regime and its opposition.
The commentary paints a picture of a really strong, united opposition against Iran's government.
But on the other side, Iran's foreign minister is defending their right to nuclear energy.
And this bit of intel is used to question who's going to be in charge next.
Okay, so what's the big picture here? Let's quickly recap the main takeaways.
You basically see 3 things: big wins at home, roadblocks from institutions, and a tough stance abroad.
So it leaves us with this question. What happens when policy debates get all mixed up with culture?